At a time when the mighty British Empire stretched its claws across continents, when France, Portugal, Belgium, and Italy swallowed nations like morning bread, there was one empire that stood tall and said no. How did Ethiopia, a small landlocked country, defy the world's greatest colonizers and remain free? This is not just a battle story. This is the story of an empire's soul, of warriors who refused to kneel. But the road to this victory wasn't smooth. Betrayal, manipulation, European deception, and one battle that shocked the world. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear is the story they don't want you to remember. Unlike much of Africa at the time, Ethiopia had an organized empire, a strong monarchy, and an army that understood modern warfare. This was no scattered tribe. This was an empire with a purpose. In the late 1800s, European powers met at the Berlin Conference. Like thieves splitting stolen treasure, they divided Africa without a single African voice in the room. Italy was handed Ethiopia. But Italy made a fatal mistake. They underestimated Emperor Menelik II. In 1889, Italy tricked Menelik into signing the Treaty of Wuchale. The Italian version claimed Ethiopia was now a protectorate, but the Amharic version Menelik signed simply mentioned friendship and assistance. Italy lied. They thought they'd colonized Ethiopia on paper. Menelik was furious. He called on his people. He rallied warriors from every region. Ethiopia would not bow. March 1896. The Italians, confident and arrogant, marched into Ethiopia with over 17,000 troops, modern weapons, and European backing. They believed the Ethiopians would be easily crushed. But Menelik had assembled something Europe didn't expect: 100,000 Ethiopian warriors, men, women, and even priests, prepared to defend their home. It wasn't just about guns. It was about heart, about soil, about freedom. At dawn on March 1st, the Battle of Adwa began. The Italians were split across treacherous mountains. They miscalculated Ethiopian strength, and Ethiopia struck like a thunderstorm. The sound of gunfire echoed through the valleys. Ethiopian cavalry stormed the Italian flanks. Menelik's wife, Empress Taytu, led troops and commanded the defense. It was brutal, it was bloody, and it was decisive. By the end of the day, Italy was crushed. Thousands of their soldiers dead, hundreds captured, their dream of colonizing Ethiopia shattered. News of Ethiopia's victory shook the world. It was the first time an African nation had decisively defeated a European power in the modern age. Italy was forced to sign the Treaty of Addis Ababa, recognizing Ethiopia's full independence. They never came back, and Ethiopia became a symbol of African resistance, a beacon of hope for colonized nations everywhere. While most of Africa was shackled by colonization, Ethiopia remained free, not because of luck, but because of courage, unity, and the unbreakable spirit of a people who refused to kneel. So the next time someone tells you Africa was powerless, remind them of Adwa. Remind them of Ethiopia. Remind them that sometimes the empire says no.